Hello, my name is Carmelle, and I'd like to welcome you to God Talks International. We have an up-and-coming artist who is right here in the ATL. He has joined us here in our studio. Please help me in welcoming Erastus. Erastus, welcome to our show.
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you for making time and putting us into your busy schedule.
Oh no, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
So Erastus, we want to know, you are a pastor's kid. You started singing at the age of 13. Now you have 2 songs that you have written. Give us a little bit more about your background. When did you start singing and what influenced you?
Well, wow. I started singing at the age of 13. I was born in New Jersey, Edison, New Jersey. Moved down here to Atlanta with my parents. My dad got called into the ministry, started his own church called Nation of Christ. And there, me and him were the dynamic duo. He played the piano, I played the drum. And from there, he started exposing me to more instruments, sax, the piano. Just started learning more and more. And ever since then, I've been rolling since.
So since you've been singing, your real influence really came from your parents. So that your parents really had a strong influence in terms of directing you, because he was able to teach you different types of instruments. And it seemed like at each age group, as you got older, you started elevating to different instruments. So what about the singing? That came at a very early age for you. Did it just become part of the music because you was a PK, you was already involved in the church?
Well, when I first talk about my music, I'm always onto the music and the instruments because I was first a musician. Around 13, I started singing in the youth choir and things like that. I was still shy. I was a lot shy. I was okay, kind of jumping around with it. But as I started growing, a minister in a church, he encouraged me to start a little band, that we did, and I started singing there at the age of 15, 16. I started going with that, and then started feeling more comfortable. I started growing and maturing and learning a lot in it. So with the singing, I really enjoy it now. I really do.
That's awesome. And I know with the 2 songs that you have, you actually wrote those songs. Yeah. What was the process? Is it something that you read maybe in a Bible that gave you the inspiration, or how were you able to come up with those 2 songs?
First song Into Your Hands, I wrote. It was coming from a point where I was really down, facing a very, very tough time. As a PK, I'm pretty sure a lot of PKs can agree. It's a little bit, there's a lot of pressure. There's a little pressure in it. With other church members looking at you and how their kids look at you and how they view you, especially your parents.
High standards.
Right, a lot of high standards. And what it was, I was facing such a hard time that I had to also carry about my day and go into the public and sing here and play here and do different things. It was tough. No one really, I don't think anyone really understood, so songs started coming, and I just started admitting to God, you know all of my mistakes, alone in this world in a big disgrace. And what I did was, and it felt like relieving, to admit that, and a lot of it as humans, the first thing is very hard for us to admit. In the Bible, in the beginning, when Adam ate the fruit, he didn't say, "Oh God, I did it. It was my fault." He said, "Nah, she made me do it." So that's how it was. I wanted to just go ahead and say, "God, hey, I'm alone and I'm a big disgrace." I wanted to make myself seem real low, so at any moment He can go ahead, and restore me and make me really high. So that's where we're coming from.
Wow. So it seems like you got a lot of the inspiration during the time that you were in this big challenge and transitional period, because you were young and still in yet, you were growing and into the music, but also all eyes are looking at you because you're the pastor's kid. That's awesome. Now your second song, Live For Me, How did that come about?
Live for me was also in a tough time. I remember my dad saying that to the congregation that your toughest song, your greatest songs come, his greatest songs come through your toughest situation. That song also came through a hard time. Again, I was facing with dealing with pressure and just worrying about what other people think, and trying to mold myself a little bit to what people may want me to do, and doing it well, pleasing others. I was doing that a lot. When we're put on this earth, what we push ourselves to do is we're graded on how we do. Even in school, you do well. How you do well, that's your grade. Your first appearance is everything. Everybody goes by that. Well, with grace it's different. We receive a lot even though we don't deserve it. We receive and hate even though we earned it. So that's how it is. And I found myself, digging more, and still hurting myself, and man, wow, what am I gonna do? And God simply saying, live for me, not for men. The Bible says if you try to find yourself, you'll lose your life. But if you find me, you'll gain your life. So it's simply, I wrote that in the perspective of God talking to us, saying, drop everything that you're doing, stop what you're doing, live for me, and don't worry about it. Don't live for me, just live for me, and I'll take care of it. So yeah.
So there's maybe someone out there who probably is during this challenging time in their life, a transitional time, where they're actually, they're growing up, they're probably in college or even early in their career, and probably at a period where they're unsure about where they should go, what they should do, and maybe have even lost faith. What would you say to that person?
Oh, I would definitely say abide in Him. Definitely abide in Him. Whenever I minister or go to a community and speak, the theme that I always want to carry is broken for a purpose. That time that you're hurt and you're ashamed, or it's tough and everything is not going the way that you planned. And I think everybody can agree that that nothing goes as planned. And it feels so bad, and you're broken. But what it is that God sometimes allows that to happen to break you. And what's happening is a lot of times things that don't need to be there are shaken off. You know what I'm saying? They're not there anymore for a reason. For you can be so you'll be able to see more and do more, and you'll find where you need to be and find exactly where you should be. For anybody that's going through a tough situation, don't stray away from God. Don't pull away from God at all. Allow that situation to pull you closer through the Word, reading the Word, and rebuilding yourself more and more and more. It's not at the end of the day, you'll find yourself and you find who you are and who you need to be.
Awesome. Good advice. Stay with God. So we're going to go to your video.
Oh yeah.
Into Your Hands. This is your first video. You're excited about it. Yes. How was the process? Was it good?
That was fun. It was real fun. I wrote the song. My manager was telling me, yeah, a lot of people, loving it. It's great. It's ministering to a lot. And I was like, okay, cool. Let's move on, to the next song. Let me write some more. He said, no, let's do this video. I want to take your ideas and your vision, and let's do it. So we went to different locations and me outside in the park, and it was great. It was fun. I learned a lot. He took everything that I was thinking and what he was thinking, and was able to enhance what I did from pen and paper, to made a visual. So it was real fun. I'm looking forward to doing a lot more work.
Okay, so why don't we go straight into Your Hands, the video by Erastus.
You know all of my mistakes.
oh God, alone in this world and a big disgrace, so far from your glory and your throne. Yet it's so amazing that you call me your own. Yeah, yeah, that you call me your own. Ooh, that you call me your own. You know all of my mistakes, oh God, alone in this world and a big disgrace, so far from your glory and your throne. But yet it's so amazing that you call me your own. Yeah, yeah, that you call me your own. From this day I seek your face. It's you, it's you. All I can do is fall. It's fall. I just fall into your hands, into your hands, into your hands. There's not much that I can explain to you, but all I can do is confess to you. Knowing that I fell so far, I still hope to please you. Yet it's so amazing that you call me your own. Yeah, yeah, that you call me your own. Say yeah, 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 that you call me your own. Yeah, 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 that you call me your own. From this day, I seek your face. Say it's you. It's you. Say it's you. It's you. And all I can do is just fall. It's fall. I just fall. From this day, I seek your face. It's you. It's you. It's you. All I can do is just fall. It's fall. Said I just fall into your hands, into your hands. alone in this world and a big disgrace. So far from your glory and your throne, but yet it's so amazing that you call me your own.
My name's Carmelle, and I'd like to welcome you back to God Talks. We just saw an awesome video by Erastus, his first video, Into Your Hands, and I loved it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm trying to do more.
And we keep expecting more.
Yeah.
Okay, Erastus, now I want to ask you some more in-depth questions about your music. If you would have to say exactly what area does your music fall into this? Is it contemporary Christian music? Is it Christian rap? What would you say? Where would it fall?
I would say that it falls under the category of uncategorized.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I mean, just I've had so many people that just influenced me. When I first started singing in a little rock band we had called Off 316. John 3:16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, that and how that first started was, one of the ministers in our church, he was head of the youth department, and he had me, listen to a lot of rock artists, and I was liking it. I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, yeah. And then before that, I was in a group called the Altar Boys, DAB, and we rapped. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing, holy hip hop thing, and that was cool. Wrote poetry for a little bit. That was okay. So I mean, I like to put my foot in everything. I really like music. Like I said before, before I sang, I was really a musician.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, if I touch any genre, I would like for the music to be musically sound and like really correct.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
So it's uncategorized, and it doesn't fall into any particular genre, but it's for everyone. The younger generation, the older generation, because your message is about God.
Yes,
pretty
right.
much.
You're right.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
That's the basis.
Yeah, I've learned a lot through different genres. Just musically, even surprisingly way back at Teddy Pendergrass. Their instruments, Stevie Wonder, Ribbon in the Sky, like their instruments and how everything flows. That's what gets me. That's what gets me. So I'm enticed by that, and so that's what's pushed me, to dabble in a lot of different genres.
And which are some of the artists that you admire or you look up to?
Man. I'm a big Israel Houghton fan.
Oh,
big Israel
he's a worshiper.
Fan. Yeah,
true worshiper.
I'm a big Israel Houghton fan. Crystal Lewis, she had a song a while ago. People get ready.
Yeah.
Jesus, I love her. Matthew West. Matthew West. And Ty Tribbett. And Ty Tribbett now, his music that he does now, I love his ministry, love his work, but the music that he has now off an album called Fresh, he has some real good rock, real good rock songs. He has one song called Eulogy, Replace Me, and it's all good. Yeah, I'm really real big friends of that. Casting Crowns as well. Oh man, I can go on about
I like the people that you've mentioned, because it's not one particular, I would say, genre focusing on, maybe just contemporary or rap, but it's a mixture, a combination. So that's why I guess you said it was undefined, uncategorized, your music. So you really focus on being organized and really managing your time is really the key. we're going to be wrapping up. So if you have any advice that you would like to share with someone who's young like yourself, young adult, just beginning their career, but they're interested in using their talents, what advice would you have to share with them?
I definitely say abide in God. It's very, very easy and very common to go along with the flow of what the world hands to us and what's given, and you know, the different stats on how we live, and teenagers, you know, young kids. There's different stats on, you know, what's been happening. The only thing that's contrary of that, and the only thing that's different of you know, those facts is God. So I say to everyone out there, young people, stay with God. Just really stay with God. There's you won't be losing fun out of anything. There's a lot of different things in Christ that you can find. So stay with God, abide in God. That's it.
Erastus, I just want to thank you for being honest, for being humble, and for being willing. Because many people are called, but only few are chosen. You use what God has given you, and you're using it for His glorification, to lift His name up. And there's not more anyone can add. So I commend you for being so young and focusing on God. And I want to thank you for being on God Talks International, because you are the first. They will say that they saw you here first before you start traveling with all the big artists and everything else. In Mark chapter 11, before Jesus went to be crucified, He sent His disciples to a particular area. He told them exactly what would be there. He told them to go get this colt, and that if someone asked him any question about it, He told them exactly what to answer. This story shares that God knows exactly what you're going through. He has already prepared a place for you. He will direct you in terms of where you need to go. If you've been struggling with anything in your life and you're not too sure, you've been trying to do things your own way, this is time for you to say, I want to try it God's way. If you believe in that, I would ask you to just bow your head and say this prayer with me and allow God to take control. Oh dear Lord, I am a sinner. I believe that Jesus went to the cross and died for me. I thank you for dying for me, and I just give myself, my mind, my entire body to you. I believe in you and I trust in you, and from this day forth, I will follow you. In Jesus' mighty name. If you had said that prayer with me just now, know that you are no longer by yourself, but you are being carried by the Father who has been carrying you all along. Just take His hand and walk with Him and allow Him to speak to you. My name is Carmelle. I'd like to thank you for watching God Talks International, and we look forward to seeing you